So it seems like The Last of Us Part 2 will be getting a day 1 patch, which will be called as the Update 1.01. So this update is going to contain a few interesting new features that aren't currently available for the review copies or even the early copies of the game. So in order to play the game day 1, you'll basically need to download this update file on your PlayStation. So we'll get into the patch notes of what this day 1 update will be unlocking in the game. So starting off the patch notes with the first new feature, which is said to be the new photo mode. Now currently there's already a photo mode present in the early copy or even the review copy of the game, but apparently it seems like Naughty Dog is not done with that yet. And they are now going to be adding some additional cinematic effects and a bunch of really cool looking features to the photo mode, which will be available to everyone on the day 1 patch. Now the next big feature is going to be the concept art gallery. So it seems like Naughty Dog is going to have a gallery in the game where you will be able to see all of the concept arts published for The Last of Us Part 2. And maybe if you're lucky enough, we might get a fan-made concept art gallery, which could be a really interesting thing if Naughty Dog decides to do something like that. Now the next new feature is the model viewer. Now the model viewer is something that I've been waiting to see in The Last of Us Part 2 because we've already seen something like this in Naughty Dog's previous project Uncharted 4. Now if you guys don't know what the model viewer is, then this is basically a real-time 3D character model that can be displayed inside the game. So this model is basically going to be on a highest rendered quality inside the game. So these 3D models can basically be used to create replicas and fan art designs and animations, and they can also be used to edit certain character designs, which sort of gets a little technical, but you guys get the idea anyways. So these models can be recorded and can be used in various fan-made projects, and it can also be really helpful if you guys want to import the 3D models into a 3D rendering software in order to create some weird animations, thumbnails, and all kind of artistic stuffs if you guys are really into that. Now the next major change that the update brings in is the bug fixes and general improvements. Now of course, yes, the game has gone gold and people with early access are currently playing the game, and they've been giving Naughty Dog some really good feedbacks on whether they had any issues with the game when they did their first playthrough, and if they did notice any minor or even major bugs, then those things are now going to be polished out and are fixed for the final release date. So make sure you guys are playing the game after you have updated the day 1 patch update 1.01 if you guys want to experience the fully polished game to its finest. Now the final new feature coming to the game is the additional accessibility option. Now Naughty Dog has said that The Last of Us Part 2 will have 60 different accessibility options in the game's menu, which will now allow players to customize very small aspects of the game like the controls, visual aids, audio clues, navigations, and also the combat system. And they've also added in a few other standard features like making the UI smaller or even larger, or even completely removing it entirely to get this really cool looking cinematic look if that is something you would prefer to take some really good screenshots in the game. Now Naughty Dog has also confirmed that the game will also be fully accessible for people with disabilities, which is really exciting to see how Naughty Dog wants to invent something so incredible to the gaming industry. So there is going to be no limits on who can or cannot play their game in the coming futures. Now we don't really know on how large the download size of this update is going to be, and some video game articles have speculated that the day 1 patch might be about 10 GB in size, which is pretty large for a day 1 patch, I reckon. And the full game is confirmed to be 86 GB in size, so adding up the day 1 update 1.01, the final game size will be much larger. As we are only 7 days away from the release of The Last of Us Part 2, and I'm currently doing a giveaway of The Last of Us Part 2 Standard Edition digital download codes, and also a few other games like you guys can see on the screen right here. So you guys can win these codes by simply staying active on my channel and also on my Twitter page. So the most active ones in the community will get the code sent to you in your DMs on either Twitter, or I'll also be announcing the winners on my channel's community post 1 day before the release date. So that way you guys can now get yourself a pre-order version of the game. With that being said, if you guys are interested on a YouTube channel that covers The Last of Us Part 2 from tidbits to every piece of content you ever need about the game, then you should totally subscribe to my channel and turn that bell notifications on, and make sure you guys set the notifications to all, because YouTube always has this really weird issues of sending subscribers the notification of videos when we actually upload it. So make sure you guys always ring that bell icon, which is absolutely necessary if you guys are subscribed to the channel. And if you guys did go on and enjoy this video or found found this information valuable, then leaving a like would be extremely appreciated and will also help the video out. With that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys on the PS5 reveal event, which I will be streaming in a few hours from now, and I'm hoping to see you guys right there on the live stream. And until then, take care fams, and goodbye.